Welcome to Rogers TV Community News Durham. My name is Kiana Alvarez. Our top story this week is that the Durham Regional Police have completed its 2025 Festive Ride program. From November 15th, 2025 to January 1st, 2026, the Festive Ride team charged 85 drivers for operating a vehicle while impaired by alcohol or drugs. DRPS say when you measure it against the total number of vehicles stopped, the impaired driving arrest rate was 0.69%, a slight increase over the 2024 arrest rate of 0.65%. When both criminal impaired driving charges and driver's license suspensions issued for Warren Rage readings are combined, just over 1% of drivers stopped received either a criminal charge or an administrative driver's license suspension. The numbers on screen in brackets are the numbers from 2024. In 2025, 12,465 vehicles were stopped by RIDE. 591 people were given roadside breath tests. 53 people received 3-day suspensions for registering a warn. 13 novice drivers received a 3, 7, or 30-day license suspension. 85 people were charged with impaired driving offenses. There were 119 impaired, exceed, or refuse charges laid. There were 62 other criminal code charges. 945 people were charged with various Highway Traffic Act offenses. There were 11 drug offenses and 20 Provincial Cannabis Act charges. OPP Ride Numbers have completed its 2025 Festive Ride program. From November 20th, 2025 to January 1st, 2026, the Ontario Provincial Police, or the OPP, Central Region officers conducted 1,916 Festive Ride spot checks, totaling 3,517.5 hours of enforcement across 13 detachment areas: Bracebridge, Caledon, City of Kawartha Lakes, Collingwood, Dufferin, Haliburton Highlands, Huntsville, Huronia West, Northumberland, Nottasulga, Orillia, Peterborough County, and Southern Georgian Bay. This enforcement effort resulted in 179 impaired drivers being removed from the road and 28 Warren Rage suspensions issued by Central Region officers. Provincially, the OPP officers removed 766 impaired drivers off the road and issued 150 Warren Range suspensions during 11,130 ride check events across OPP patrolled areas in Ontario. With 2026 in full swing, it comes with new drinking and driving laws. The Durham Regional Police are out to remind the public that new impaired driving rules are in effect as of January 1st, 2026. The new rules include the following changes: a Warren reading on an approved screening device, which is 50 to 79 milligrams of alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood, will result in a 7-day suspension for a first offense, a 14-day suspension for a second offense, a 30-day suspension for a third offense, and mandatory remedial driver training and substance use programs will also apply. The legal limit for alcohol consumption is 80 milligrams of alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood. DRPS says under the Ontario Highway Traffic Act, anyone charged with an impaired driving criminal offense will have their driver's license suspended for 90 days and their vehicle impounded automatically for 7 days. We have an update to Durham Region's 9th homicide of 2025. Durham Regional Police responded to a call in the area of Park Road South and John Street in Oshawa. The male victim, identified as 44-year-old Jeremy Russell, was located on the roadway suffering from stab wounds. He was transported to a Toronto area trauma center in life-threatening condition, where he later succumbed to his injuries. DRPS have charged 2 suspects. Nicholas Robbins, age 33 from Oshawa, is charged with second-degree murder. And Michael Waterman, age 44 from Oshawa, is charged with second-degree murder. These allegations have yet to be proven in court. On December 21, 2025, around 6 a.m., the Durham Regional Police responded to an armed person call in the area of Simcoe Street North and Bond Street East. A male was located on the sidewalk suffering from a gunshot wound. DRPS have determined that the shooting took place in an apartment just south of where the victim was located at Simcoe Street North and Bond Street. Multiple people are seen on surveillance video leaving the area following the shooting. Anyone with information is asked to contact police or Crime Stoppers.
Whitby Fire and Emergency Services put its 7th fire truck into service.
The town of Whitby and Whitby Fire and Emergency Services say they are better prepared to serve the growing community with the addition of Engine 36. The department celebrated the milestone with a traditional push-in ceremony, officially welcoming the new truck into service until station number 6 opens. Engine 36 will operate out of station number 4 at 734 Dundas Street. In 2024, Whitby Fire and Emergency Services responded to 7,383 emergency calls, making it one of the busiest departments in Durham Region.
Kawartha Pine Ridge District School Board students might start school earlier than expected, starting in September.
The school board is asking families if they want the students to return to the classroom on September 1st or September 8th. In option 1, school starts on Tuesday, September 1st, which is before Labor Day on Monday, September 7th. Option 1 includes board holidays on November 13th, November 16th, and March 12th, leading into March break. In option 2, school starts on Tuesday, September 8th, after Labor Day on Monday, September 7th. Option 2 does not include board holidays in November and does not include a board holiday on the Friday before March break. In both options, March break is March 15th through 19th. December break is December 21st through January 1st, with students returning to school on January 4th, and the last day of school will be Tuesday, June 29th. For more information, visit kprschools.ca. On December 3, 2025, the Peterborough Police said that Corinna Trail has been charged with 2 counts of uttering threats. According to a press release by the Peterborough Police in early September 2025, the Durham Regional Police Service, or the DRPS, asked the Peterborough Police Service to undertake an investigation involving a Clarington councillor, a former police officer with the DRPS, and a current DRPS member. The investigation was related to communication made to a potential mayoral candidate for the municipality of Clarington. Trail's criminal charges were adjourned following a short appearance at the Ontario Court of Justice in Peterborough. She is scheduled to return to court on April 7th.
Lakeridge Health leads Ontario's community hospitals in life-saving organ and tissue donations.
Lakeridge Health says they helped turn loss into life in 2024 and 2025 through 10 organ donors, 5 from Ajax Pickering Hospital's Critical Care Unit, or the CCU, and 5 from Oshawa's CCU. 30 organs were transplanted, saving 23 lives across Ontario. Lakeridge Health also achieved a 100% eligible approach rate, exceeding the provincial target of 90%. This means that every eligible patient in Lakeridge Health's CCU was compassionately offered the opportunity to consider donation. It is a milestone that Lakeridge Health has reached for 5 consecutive years. Lakeridge Health supported 105 tissue donors, enhancing the lives of countless Ontarians. The organization continues to lead the province in eye donation, with nearly 800 people potentially regaining sight this year alone. Tissue donation highlights include the Ajax Pickering Hospital had 17 donors, 5 from the Emergency Department, or ED, 7 inpatient, and 5 from the CCU. Port Perry Hospital had 5 donors, 3 from the ED and 2 inpatient. Bowmanville Hospital had 13 donors, 2 from the ED and 11 inpatient. Oshawa Hospital had 70 donors, 21 from the CCU, 44 inpatient, and 5 from the ED.
The OHL community is mourning the loss of longtime commissioner and Whitby resident David Branch, who passed away on January 4th at the age of 77.
David's leadership of the OHL spanned 45 seasons, and his accomplishments and contributions to both the league and also the game of hockey are too numerous to list. Considered one of the great builders in hockey history, David was an advocate for the players first and foremost, and it gave him great pleasure to see young players pursue their goals. He was a pioneer in prioritizing player welfare, championing initiatives that addressed player safety, mental health support, and educational advancement. His dedicated service to the OHL and his community will be greatly missed. David is survived by his sons Barkley, Kyle, and Wade, their mother Charlene, his partner Patsy, his stepchildren Brent and Brenna, as well as his grandchildren.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at this week's Crime Stoppers of the Week. January is Crime Stoppers Month, and this year's theme is Safe Streets, Strong Communities. Together, we can stop crime.
In 2025, Durham Regional Crime Stoppers received 2,086 tips, leading to 33 arrests, 25 cases cleared, and 101 charges laid. As a result of these tips, more than $600,000 in property, cash, and drugs were recovered. The Crime Stoppers 2025 results are 33 arrests, 25 cases cleared, 101 charges laid, $13,500 in property recovered, $562,092 in drugs seized, $61,470 in cash recovered, and 2,086 total tips. Since the program began in Durham Region in 1986, Crime Stoppers have processed more than 51,000 tips, leading to 4,232 arrests, 4,223 cases cleared, 12,651 charges laid, and the recovery of over $100 million in property, cash, and drugs. Since the program's inception in 1986, there have been 4,232 arrests, 4,223 cases cleared, 12,651 charges laid, $7,682,226 in property recovered.
Let's now take a look at another Crime Stoppers of the Week. A major street closure in Oshawa is now underway, and it will stay that way for the next 2 years.
Simcoe Street, between Avenue and Albany Street, will be fully closed for the next 2 years while Metrolinx replace the Simcoe Street Bridge as part of the Bowmanville Extension project. Metrolinx says once required infrastructure is complete, customers will benefit from express peak service every half an hour, operating between Union Station and Pickering GO Station, making all stops between Pickering and Bowmanville. In the off-peak, GO trains will travel hourly, making all stops between Bowmanville and Union Station. Weekend service will be every 2 hours, making all stops between Bowmanville and Union Station. The expanded service will reduce commuters' in-vehicle travel time of an average of 15 minutes from Bowmanville to Union Station.
The Durham Regional Police Service has officially wrapped up its 37th annual Food and Toy Drive.
Over the course of 4.5 weeks, thousands of pounds of food and toys were collected from donors across the region, including the Canadian Progress Club Durham South, seen here. The drive helped more than 102 organizations this season, including food banks, community agencies, 34 retirement and long-term care homes, and Lakeridge Health, an increase of 16 agencies compared to last year. The DRPS Food and Toy Drive collected donations at 145 drop-off locations across the region, and volunteers drove more than 6,800 kilometers to make more than 430 pickups.
With the municipal election a few months away, Austin Colley talks to an Oshawa councillor who already says he's going to run for the top job. It's National Hot Chocolate Day on January 31st, and one Whitby teen is going above and beyond by serving a hot beverage for a good cause. Welcome back. Let's send it over to Eric to see what's new at the box office this week. Thanks, Eric, and that's all we have time for. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on Rogers TV.